Hey guys, it's Sloth Boy. It's Renaissance Man. I think last time you saw us, we were underneath the house again. Underneath the house. We again have a dehumidifier. I've got a business associate that likes to install these things, but he doesn't like to do the power. So we get to do the power for him. We're installing power. We've pulled a wire from an existing circuit. Didn't show you that part, but we're just going to show you how to put an outlet in once you've pulled the existing circuit and you have the wire. Because I learned that it's best to turn your phone sideways. So we did this the other day, so we have more than one video. We're going to try to get a better quality video. So that's Carson also. We call him Sloth Boy because he's slow sometimes. He's got our electrical box that we're going to add. He's going to knock out one of the little things. I'd set it on the ground, but I think he's going to want to use his knee. So just use a hammer. You can use a plier, needle nose pliers, or screwdriver. It's designed to pop right out. That's it. That's it. We use, in these spaces, because we have our joists exposed, you can use an old work box. I like to use this style that is adjustable. Turn it over. Turn it. I want to see that side. That side. See that screw? You can adjust that screw and it'll adjust the depth. That's not why I use them here. I like to use them here. Go ahead and hang it on the joist. Over here, right here. They're super easy to just push, push. Now look, and it stays in place. That's how they're designed, they stay in place. But it's not super secure, so we like to put a screw in it. And this time we forgot. What tool did we forget to bring?
Impact driver.
We forgot an impact driver, so we're having to do this old school for our screw, if I can ever find one, with a screwdriver. And on our splice we made, Sloth Boy asked me, do we need 1 or 3 screws? What was that answer, Carson?
1 if you're screwdriving, 3 if you're drilling.
3 if you got an impact driver. So, and for expediency, I'm gonna do the screw because I don't want to be here all day while he's screwing this. So while I'm doing this, here, I got it started for you. No, you try it. Maybe it won't take all day. We'll see. Oh yeah, he's doing pretty good. He's gonna learn why you only put 1 in. Gotta push up and turn.
Did you like that?
Push and turn. Huh?
You did like that.
Push and turn. Yep. That's it. See, he's got the heel of his hand on the screwdriver pushing up and one hand turning. And keeps the screwdriver from slipping. In the days past, when real men were real men, this is the only way you could put in a screw. And you can see it pulling the box up nice and tight. There we go. Good enough. And it's secure enough. So now we're going to put the wire in the hole we knocked out. Just go ahead and pull it all the way through. And then we're going to put a staple within 6 inches of
They're right here. I got them.
the box, or 9 inches of the box, which for me, that's about a hand span, about that far, because that's the code, and we don't want some future home inspector coming in here, and it could be me, because I'm a home inspector, looking at this and saying, that wire's not properly secured, and then causing a real estate closing to get held up. and all kind of problems. So we're going to do it right and just go ahead and staple it in. But it's for strain relief. It keeps somebody from accidentally grabbing this wire and pulling it out of this box. Can you hammer it this way?
Try.
No. Turn.
I
Nope.
like this.
No. Can you turn your whole hand around and hammer? Nope, you can't. Keep it, just press on. You'd have to turn your whole body around.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
You
get
do
it.
that?
Let me get it straightened out. He's just got a funny angle. There you go. Yeah, don't have your head. Remember, I told you don't put your head right underneath the
Well, my
staple.
head wasn't right underneath it.
And now you've learned why. Pull the wire a little tight. Keep going. That's good. All right, you don't want to go. You don't drive these things to China. You just drive them until they just pinch the wire, because you can actually split the insulation and cause a short. All right, well, now what we got to do? What do we got to do next, Carson?
Cut the wire.
We cut the wire. Where's our wire cutters?
The pliers.
The pliers, the needle nose pliers. Oh, you were holding them. You used it.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna cut them about right there.
Right here.
Yep. There we go. Now, what we have to do is we have to strip this wire. So we need a nice little razor blade or a box cutter. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick the box cutter all the way up into the, right about there. Not, you don't have to go all the way, but, and then right down the center. Nice and easy right down the center. And I'll show you why right down there. Careful. I'll show you why we go right down the center. Go ahead. In just a second. What's the wire that said the center?
The ground wire.
The ground wire. And the ground wire doesn't have any insulation on it, so it's okay if it gets nicked. And so if you go, and then if you go down the center, you can pull the ground wire out and pull it out like a zipper. That's the neutral. There's the ground wire. It's just wrapped around that little paper stuff. Alright. So pull all the wires out. All three. They're not hot, so we haven't hooked up the hot wire yet. And separate the insulation, all of the insulations from the wires. There we go. You're going to take this, take your box cutter, get your wires over to the side, stick it up, turn it over, cut this way, into the box. Cut into the box. There you go, just like that. Now, for those of you that don't know, we have 3 wires in 110 circuits. This is called this is a yellow wire, so that tells us the gauge of the wire, which just happens to be number 12 wire. White is number 14. The higher the lower the number, the bigger the wire, the more current it can carry. And if this is a 12-2 with the ground, has two conductors, and a ground. The bare wire, bare copper, is ground. There's a metal stick stuck in the ground somewhere in this house that a wire is attached to that this is connected to. The white wire, although it conducts electricity, is called neutral. It's the return, it takes the power back. And the black wire is called the hot lead, or the power leg, and it's the one that'll shock you if it's hooked up. So to hook up our outlet, we need to strip off about 1 inch of the insulation on the 2 wires. Wire strippers have a serrated kind of jaw. Actually, if you turn that over, Carson, it's got a cool little gauge. That plier is about 1 inch thick. So stick the wire until it just sticks past right there. Squeeze, rotate, just rotate, and then pull down. Rotate some more. Are you in the second hole?
Yes.
And then, alright, just rotate it, go. Pull down. Get in the habit of not touching the metal when you're working the black wire.
Okay.
Just in case it is hot, if you touch the metal part of the pliers, it'll shock you. If you don't touch the metal part of the pliers, it won't shock you.
That won't
So
shock
just-
you bad.
Yeah.
Wait, it won't shock you. Wait.
It shocked you the same as it shocked you the other day.
Okay.
It's like a 9-volt battery, touching a 9-volt battery to your tongue. But it's not pleasant, so we don't like it. We have our outlet. Because we're in a wet location, installing a dehumidifier. We're going to use a ground fault circuit interrupter, because that's for wet locations. It's got the test and the reset button. The yellow tab is for feeding additional outlets, the yellow sticker, so we're not going to mess with that. And then we have on our outlet a green screw. And what in the world is green? Ground. So that's the bare wire. And then we have a white screw, a silver screw. So which wire is going to hook up to this white silver screw?
The white one.
The white wire. And then we have a gold screw, and it goes to the black wire. And that's that simple. So I always hook these up. Ground fault circuit interrupter outlets are mechanical connections. When you tighten up the screw, it pulls a little metal plate in and secures the wire. So you don't have to twist or do a hook or anything. But I always hook up ground, neutral, hot. Need that. And you'll need a screwdriver. Flat blade screwdriver. So ground first. The reason I always hook up ground, neutral, hot is I can put the hot wire out of the way, and just in case it does have power on it. And get up last. So we're gonna show the studio audience how this works. So you slide it underneath the tab, and then we're gonna tighten it up with the screwdriver. It's much easier with the impact driver, isn't it?
Yes.
We usually use an impact driver to do this, so when you use an impact driver, a number 2 Phillips will work. But this is actually, I think, a number 1 square drive. Alright, so that is that. And then we're going to do the white wire, which goes on which screw?
Silver screw.
Silver screw. Loosen it up a little bit first. And you see how you're having to manipulate this outlet and hold things lefty, righty, tighty, lefty, loosey.
Oh.
And if the power wire was hooked up to it and it was hot, you'd be grabbing a hold of the hot wire and the screw and shocking yourself all the time, or having to be super delicate and gingerly while you did this. That's why I always hook up the power black wire last.
Right.
That's probably good. Something's not right. Loosen that up a little bit. I want this wire to go all the way in. All the way in. There we go. That's it. I'm just going to hold it for him. One person can do this. Even with the screwdriver.
Yes.
Alright. Now we would... I want to hold the camera. I'm just making sure they're tight enough, because he was having a little bit of a hard time getting it. Alright, good. Now return it. There you go. That prevents callbacks. Now we got the power side. Oh, I think we got turned upside down. There we go. Now we're right side up again.
Yay.
Now if I'm doing this and this wire is hot, I'm going to use a needle nose plier to manipulate the power wire, the black wire. Go ahead. So I don't accidentally touch it. And while I'm working this, I can actually hold it like this, because the white wire on the other side won't shock me. But if I was hooked up the black wire and then the white wire, then the white wire could shock me. Then the black wire would shock me while I was hooking it up. Alright, now we're gonna fold these up like an accordion. Hold on, no, don't just put. If you push on it, show that. Push on it again like that. No, push the outlet. See how that came out the back? Yeah, we don't want to do that. This needs to stay in the insulation needs to stay inside the box. So we're gonna push it up on the inside. There you go, and fold it like an accordion.
Yeah.
So hold on. Bring this back down.
I think it's caught somewhere.
Yep. So we're gonna fold it over and then back over again like that. Make like a Z, and then it'll see how it's kind of a Z. Do you see the Z? Now you can push it up.
Okay.
And then make sure that our screws are going to go in those little.
Just like start it.
Yep. Let's start with a screwdriver. It's probably easier.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find the hole.
Yeah.
There we go.
Alright, now I'll start the other side. Here, use this one. It's a Phillips. Those screws might actually be Phillips.
They are.
You're not in the. You could turn that screw all day long. It'll never tighten up because it wasn't in the hole.
Right. Oh, gravity hurts.
Now this is aggravating my tennis elbow, or my golfer's elbow. I think it's tennis elbow I have right now.
Yeah.
Or no, it's golfer's elbow. There you go. Now you turn this back upside down.
No, I don't.
Is the okay. Alright.
Well, for me, I turned it up right side up.
Well,
And for you, it'll be like that.
well, this will be a fun ride for the viewing audience, I think.
Yep.
Where's the cover plate? It's over there in the. Now I gotta put a cover plate on this, or some home inspector will come by and say, "There's no cover plate on that outlet." Because we might electrocute mice or something, I guess. So that's it. Nope, that one doesn't have the hole in it.
Oh.
That's the other one. That one. Mm-hmm. Bring your hand down this way. No, just leave that hand up there. There, now you're straight. Once you get one side started, go to the other side and start it. Should always, if you got more than one screw in a part or something to start one, get it just loosely secured, then go start all the rest of them before you tighten anything up. That way you can shift and adjust the part and move things around a little bit to tighten them. And then once you get them all started, then you go tighten them up. Now go back and tighten that one up.
Right.
Okay, so now what happens with ground fault outlets when you hook them up and there's no power?
You turn.
Do you remember what happens?
Nothing?
Nothing. Because there's no power to reset it. It's in its tripped position right now. So if I go and put power on it, it's acting like it's tripped, and there'll be no power to our box. So what we have to do is have to go hook the other end up that we left unhooked so that we can work this without power on it, and then come back and reset this and plug it in. So we're gonna go hook the power up and then be right back. All right, we're back. We got our power side hooked up. So we're gonna push our reset button. Push the button.
Ah.
Push the other button. Plug it in. Something is not right here.
What?
Something's not doing what I think it should do. But if the dehumidifier comes on, we'll be fine. It did not. Alright, so there it goes.
Oh, I just didn't push hard enough.
We didn't push hard enough. Man, the dehumidifier is running, and you can see the green light blinks. I said it blinks. There's a little light right there. It came on that's green. There it went. I missed it. I was impatient. It will blink. Watch pot never boils. Alright. We can't wait all day. I know there's power. It just blinked. See? It blinks every, what, 10 seconds or so? No.
Now it's solid green.
No, it tripped. Why did it trip? That wasn't right. So we're gonna have to watch this for a minute. So anyway, we're hooked up. You saw how it works. We're gonna watch this for a minute, and then if anything exciting happens, we'll follow it up. But if you don't hear from us again, you know nothing exciting happened. So we'll see you later because we're out. Sloth Boy.
Adios.
Later.